Thank you, Sean.
Night moves.
Welcome to the Night Moves podcast,
Night
bitch.
I love it when people make things clap.
Yeah,
It's
there
a
you
really
go.
nice way
fuck
to be
yeah,
introduced
dude.
to the group. Thank you.
Yes.
Of course.
Sean dances. You ever see Sean dance?
I honestly know.
Oh, I'd fucking drop it. I drop it straight to the fucking curb.
Sean
baby.
grinds. He grinds,
yeah.
but he wants to be front.
Bump and grinding?
Yeah.
Yeah. So-
I
so you
demand
must
to
have-
be on the front.
So you must have really enjoyed Usher last night.
Yes.
Oh,
dude.
man, dude.
Yes, I did.
I didn't care for him.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I fell asleep by the time the halftime
Did
show
you?
came on.
Oh man.
Yep. First half was pretty bad.
The second half
It
was a better
the
game.
most boring first 3 quarters of a Super Bowl I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And
I
then
played
one of the
Monopoly with a
best
6-year-old
fourth
is what I
quarters.
did.
Did you win?
No, I lost on purpose because you
can't teach.
he's a 6-year-old.
That's
No,
not-
dude.
you're
He doesn't know how to
You're
fucking
not doing
play.
anything.
You're not learning that
Yeah,
way.
you're not doing him any favors that way.
Yeah, you got to teach him a harsh lesson early.
Yeah, especially Monopoly. That's
I mean,
cutthroat world.
I had to do a fucking refresher on the rules myself. So he was trying to play like you land on. That's how much money you get, Mike, brother. That is not how life works.
No.
So he wasn't stoked about the way the game went. But then we're on like 45 minutes. I'm playing Monopoly with a 6-year-old. I'm like, I'm gonna buy every single property until I lose all my money.
Yeah. Is that when you lose when you're out?
When you're out of money,
If you haven't made a 6-year-old cry 45 minutes into Monopoly, though, I feel like you're playing the game wrong. Because, like,
Yeah.
even though you're going to spend all your money to buy the properties, you take all of their money whenever they land on.
He
said
wasn't.
property.
He wasn't stoked when he had to give me money. I'm like, buddy, you got to give me $200 now. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like,
You got to pay
just
the
wait.
man.
I'm like, dude,
Just
it's
wait.
gonna get way worse.
It's gonna get
Yeah.
so much worse.
Wait until
dude.
you have to make the decision about leaving the house for the day, knowing you're going to spend exactly that much money,
Yeah.
if not more, and just like, no, I'm going to be a piece of shit, and I just don't want to see the outside world today.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy drugs.
And also,
instead.
you didn't have to do something that you hate more than anything in your life to earn the 4 pink $100 bills that you're holding right now.
Yeah, you didn't have to get yelled at to get that money, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the
Your
other thing.
dreams did not come true, so you could have that money right now.
Isn't it crazy that as adults we get regularly yelled at?
It depends on like the industry you're in.
No,
like
no, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you.
Well, you guys are introduce the guest.
we got fucking Lucas Heckenberger. He's like the fucking he's non-comic,
Non-comic. Civilian.
I wouldn't call myself funny either.
You're funny.
You
You're
got
funny.
you don't got like
Bart is
the comedy army fatigue.
he's like the bartender of the Lehigh Valley. Everybody knows this guy.
Yeah, hell
It's
yeah.
true. I'm definitely kind of guy that has worked at all the spots where there's like good cocktails, fancy drinks, etc. You know, I'm usually rocking suspenders, bow tie, or vest and a tie,
Fuck
trying
yeah.
to look all nice and fancy and shit.
He's got
like
a Fernet
that.
tattoo, baby. He means
really?
business.
This
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
This little gator here is a old Fernet tattoo. Fernet is this like funky, weird herbal liqueur. This is a Negroni, which we're going to drink a variation of today.
Okay.
Right? That's one of my favorite
Yes.
cocktails. It's one of the easiest.
Why?
ones to make.
Why is it one of your favorite?
Because
cocktails?
It sounds
Because it's
racist.
bitter as fuck. Well, we were talking about a jabroni Negroni at one point, and I said if it's not a black Negroni, then I don't want it. On the Dwayne, right? The Rock.
Yes.
Never mind. Anyway.
Fuck yeah.
Negroni's like an equal part cocktail. It's like one of the easiest drinks in the world to make. It's just gin, Campari, and sweet vermouth. And shout out Campari. They don't sponsor anything.
No.
Yo, that would be
we're gonna drink
that's a
some.
sponsorship I would fucking love.
But
if
we're
you
gonna
guys-
drink
That's a free ad we're willing to give.
We're going to drink some later.
Yeah.
But anyway, Negroni's just like, it's 1 ounce of each ingredient. And if you, as a bartender, don't know how to make that correctly, I don't trust you for shit.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Oh, Bud, there's a lot.
That's
of them.
that's my stepping stone.
Yeah.
right,
So
for
okay,
people.
you're working at the bar. A new bartender starts. What do you do? And you're the guy. You're the lead guy. Is that the first thing? You're like, make me one of these.
No.
And if they can't
No.
figure it, tap a beer. Is there like, can you?
I'll
Tap
ask
this
them
beer?
something even simple. Well, I don't have beer on tap at the restaurant I work
Okay.
at, so it's great. No, one of the first things I ask them, like the first rule of cocktailing, in my opinion, is there's like 2 principles to making drinks. If you have acid in a cocktail, any kind of a juice, that drink needs to be shaken in
Yes.
order to incorporate everything together. If you have no citrus of any kind in a cocktail, you should be stirring that because you're not trying to just overly dilute your alcohol. You're actually trying to taste this like marrying of funky and weird flavors depending on what you're mixing together. So my first question is always, hey, if I have a Manhattan, how do you make that? And a Manhattan is literally either bourbon or rye, sweet vermouth, some bitters. It should be stirred, and it should be served with not a maraschino cherry, because those are an abomination to life itself.
Cancer cherries.
They're cancer cherries.
Why you say that?
You got to get those Luxardos, baby.
I feel like
yes,
I'm
the $38.
I'm the
can of
odd man out
cherries.
because I'm the only non-service.
Which are the maraschino cherries that you've seen, that like the
bright red
the cancer
ones?
ones.
Why
Those
do you
aren't
call them
maraschino
cancer ones?
Those aren't technically like the Luxardo. Those are that's the maraschino cherry.
Right.
So now it's weird when people ask for maraschino cherry. I'm like, do you mean the good ones?
Wait, so you're
or
saying
the
maraschino?
bright,
I thought it was
fucking red ones?
maraschino this whole time.
So, yes and no, right? There's a brand of liqueur by it's called Luxardo.
Yeah.
And they also make the brandy cherries, the really like dark ones,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the fancy cherries, if you will.
I
Like-
will.
Yeah, and as will I. As will I. And so those dark cherries are not like the maraschino cherries versus the maraschino
Yo,
cherries.
easy with that thing there,
Maraschino.
Sean. You're gonna get fucked
Dude,
up.
I'm gonna get fucked up. Yo,
Hey, do you
this
guys
is
want to have a
tasty as hell.
drink? Speaking of fancy drinks, should we have a drink before
Yeah,
we keep
I
going?
guess
Go
so.
ahead.
All right, guys. So I brought.
Wait, can I ask her one question for? Why is it called a cancer cherry?
Because it's filled with like disgusting chemicals.
It was born in June, dude.
July, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
It's June and July.
They actually,
End of- okay,
they
fine.
actually come from the Chernobyl region.
Yeah.
I'm a cancer. You know that.
So am I.
Are you?
Yes.
Nice.
And what are you? June 30?
29th.
Dude,
You were so close.
we got to do something nuts as cancers this year.
Fuck yeah, dude. Let's get cancer.
I was just about to suggest that. All right, so guys, obviously, as a fancy bartender around town who asks questions like, "How would you make this drink?" Whatever. I wanted to bring you guys something nice for having me on the podcast.
Oh, dude.
So
I wish every guest did this.
Right?
Yes,
I think it's really nice that you guys have me. So I made a really nice batch of already diluted and chilled Jageritas.
Fuck yeah.
So
All right, walk me through.
Yeah,
through.
what's a-
hang on. Let me
I
pour
told
us,
you guys
let
would
me
like
pour
Lucas.
us all a drink. We're gonna have a toast, and then I'll walk you through the whole
Perfect,
process
perfect.
of the Jagerita.
Dude, a Jagerita comes with a Coke rim.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Oh.
The last night I went out drinking, he made me a version of this, and that set me on a course for
And
the
this
rest
is
of the
why
evening.
you don't drink again.
So we're
Oh, sure, blame this one on me. Oh, fuck.
All right, let's see what we got here.
okay.
All right, so Jägermeister, right? We all drank enough of this to black out when we were younger.
boys. Cheers, boys.
Yeah,
Cheers,
of course.
boys.
Right? Jaeger has
Yes.
a rich and long history in German culture, dating all the way back to the 9th
That's good
century
as
with
fuck,
St.
dude.
Augustus, right? But this is literally a
sip of
margarita
that.
where you substitute Jägermeister for tequila.
Holy
right?
shit.
Jaeger is made with 57 different botanicals and spices and herbs, right? And I mean,
Baby's
it's like
first tomorrow, baby.
black licorice blackout. Like,
Okay,
but-
so do you do this as shots or just is this a drink?
No, this is a cocktail.
Yeah, all right.
This is a sarcastic real cocktail.
I've never seen anybody drink Jaeger under any other pretense than
Shots.
shot.
Yeah.
I'm changing the world.
I've never.
So you invented this.
No, I can't take credit for this. I just like to, honestly,
Somebody made the ball, you just took it and ran.
100%, 100, and it's showing up online more. There's this guy on Instagram called
That's
Thirsty
good,
Whale
dude.
that's like never been a bartender, but has all of a sudden found him famous for making drinks on Instagram and turning them into little things. And
Wow.
So
like-
this is the exact recipe of a margarita, just minus the tequila
Yep.
with Jaeger. So you got agave and fucking lime and all
fresh
that.
lime. Yeah, I squeezed limes for you guys last night.
No, God bless
Wow.
Lucas is the real deal, baby.
No,
don't fuck
here's the
around.
thing. I know Lucas. I know Lucas
Yeah.
from the hockey days.
Oh, that's true. That's
for
true.
a very long
That's
time.
true.
Yeah.
That's
very,
true.
very long time. We had a mutual friend back in the day.
Yeah.
Rest in
Re-
power.
rest
The, the original fan of the pod.
No. Well.
Oh, different
no.
guy?
Well, I think we both know Ryan. You knew Ryan too.
yeah.
But no, we're talking about our other friend Adam.
Oh, sorry.
Adam
Sorry,
Fink,
sorry.
by the way, shout out. May he rest in peace.
Oh, I'm so happy we're shouting out.
The funniest human being that has ever existed.
He's a real piece of work.
The like, just ahead of his time. Just ahead of his time.
He was, and that's why he had to go so soon.
Yeah. When we were kids, he got grounded. We were probably like 6. And he did karate. So there was like this block party, and we all lived in the same neighborhood. And his parents wouldn't let him come to the block party. So
He beat the
So
shit
he
out
beat-
of
I was
his
gonna say
parents.
he beat him.
No. He was locked in his room. He tied all his karate belts together and belayed himself
Yes.
from his bedroom.
That's awesome.
And then showed up at the party, and his parents were like, "How the fuck are you here?" And like then they looked over like across the neighborhood and they see
A rainbow of
a
fucking
rainbow
belts.
of belts. And
And you know his dad wouldn't have put a rainbow flag out.
No,
so he was
no,
having
no,
none
no,
of that.
yeah, no,
He was
but-
having none of that.
what a legend that dude was.
I remember we were probably around 13 or 14, and I'm in your guy's neighborhood, and it's me, him, Joey Caramonica. I can't remember who else was there, and we had managed to get our hands on some quarter sticks and half sticks.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we took an old stuffed horse, like the large ones that children used to ride when that was
Yeah.
still a thing, and we shoved quarter sticks in each of its sides and half stick in its mouth and its ass, and we almost lit the entire neighborhood on fire.
I told that
was a
story.
very- that was a very-
Yes, you
yeah,
did.
That
Yes, you
story
did.
is yeah.
That was a very bad time. That was a very bad time.
Yep.
No, you gotta. At one point in your childhood, you have to have done something that caused like catastrophic
Yeah.
property damage.
You have to.
I certainly did.
I did the same thing, but it was with a real horse and fake dynamite.
I killed a.
It was a real weird.
I
it was
just
it was
fucked a
weird-
horse.
It was a weird afternoon. I don't know.
Wait, did you have sex with a horse via?
Was there peanut butter involved?
Well, that's what the peanut butter was his name,
Mr. Head.
Mr. Head. Yeah.
May he rest in power.
Oh no,
Yep.
he's still kicking.
Yup. Welcome to the Night Moves podcast, bitch.
Yeah.
It's
Fuck
Monday morning and we're
I'm
not
already
gonna
feeling
stop.
buzzed. Okay, is this a strong bitch?
So Jaeger's not like a high proof alcohol.
Okay.
So no, it's
So
not. gonna
okay,
be a
then I'm
strong
not
bitch.
buzzed. I'm not buzzed.
It's not going to be a strong bitch. I just came from brunch where I'm like 3 cocktails deep, so I'm ready to just
Fuck yeah.
kind of cut loose and let Monday morning happen as it does.
That's,
so.
oh yeah, that's what's up.
That's a perfect lead in, dude. So Gaza.
Oh, you saw my scarf when I walked in. Is that why you
He's
want to
wearing
talk
his
about this?
combat kafaya, dude. I saw him the other day. I'm like, dude, you're
My
full blown
combat,
Hamas.
my
I
combat
love it.
cape is at home, all right? The red one's at home. I wear the black and one out. Wait, I wear the black and white one out to let people know that I'm actually a pacifist.
Yes.
So how long have you like you are like Sean said, you are the basically if you're gonna name a Lehigh Valley bartender, you're the guy.
There's 2 bartenders in the Lehigh Valley. There's our boy Lucas, and then there's Max from the bookstore.
I was going to talk about Libby, the lady that's been bartending at Rippers for like 40 years.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
oh, yeah.
me. Fuck me.
No,
Actually,
forget about Libby. No,
you're
fuck
right.
that.
You're right.
Okay,
No,
but that also
there's 3 bartenders.
That also boils it down.
there are 3 bartenders.
That also boils it down to 2 types of bartenders that exist. Is the cocktail bartender that puts and not that I don't know Libby, but I know I've been at Rippers.
I think it's safe to say she's not ripping.
She's ripping taps and
Yeah.
she's like making it happen.
Oh, yeah.
And
And she's making it happen.
She's
made it
making
happen
it
for me
happen.
many times.
Yeah,
many
Rippers-
When
times.
she ashes in my shot of Jameson, I get really happy.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's honestly my
Yeah.
favorite.
yeah, that's her own.
That's
actually,
a Ripper's pickleback, dude.
That's what I'm saying. They put ash on the rim of their drinks. there.
I think it's just a built-in feature at this point.
Exactly.
You
But-
might get Coke if you're lucky, though.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. When did you start your trade? And is this what you love? You love this?
I really wish I didn't, but I do.
Yeah.
So like,
I think Lucas is the only person in the restaurant industry who truly loves his job.
You might be right.
I think you are.
Like there's no question that at times people are gonna love working in a restaurant one way or the other, right?
Like I like working in a restaurant. I would rather be doing something else. You belong behind the bar.
I love being behind the
Yeah.
bar. It's one of my favorite things to do. I ceremoniously tell people to fuck off in the nicest way possible, and they usually smile and give me a bunch of money for it.
Give me one way you say that because I need some ways. Dude.
so-
Excuse me, sir. Could you please fuck off?
Unceremoniously.
Could you please fuck off and suck my dick, you fucking loser?
Sir, I need your help. I need you to fuck right off.
You and Lou
Asking
are very
for them.
similar in that, like, me. So
Huge hogs.
big penises, both of
Uncut.
you.
Are you uncut?
No, man, I
right.
grew up Catholic. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there's some steep tradition there.
You guys are
with-
the weirdest yin yang of all time.
You get twins for
Yeah,
sure.
one uncut, one's cut.
Because, like, me personally, I can't be funny at tables. I can't turn it on at tables. My
tries.
sense of humor doesn't really
Yeah,
translate.
because you're talking about ghosts and like diarrhea.
I did the other night. I was talking to.
Yo! That's the most accurate thing. I'm so good at being a ham table side. And she's like, "Can I get a filthy martini?" You know what else is filthy? The ghost I saw last night. Am I right?
You know what else is filthy? What's
jokes
happening
never
in the
work.
Middle East?
Start doing jokes about him. Yeah, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me.
I've never had anyone pinpoint Sean so fucking well. Oh, that warmed my soul.
I have started working.
You keep talking about.
I'm at a fancy restaurant
Right,
now,
yeah.
and I was featuring somebody. I was talking about.
Wait, what does that mean?
That does not mean showing your genitals.
Yeah,
to us.
I was showing my penis and balls. No, I was
Really hard to do when you have an apron on.
I was
too.
explaining there was a $159 steak.
So
And
wait,
I'm like,
okay.
it's awesome.
Wait,
I had
backtrack.
to stop myself from being like, it's fucking sick, dude.
Backtrack.
Yeah.
Should have went.
What
with
does that mean when you're featuring somebody?
You're going through the specials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think about the fancy, elegant waiter who's standing tableside.
But we're not talking about me. What I was trying to say was
No,
Lucas
because I
and
wanna
Lou
know these
are
terms.
so good at talking because, like, especially if someone's annoying me, I gotta walk away or just go yes, yes. They can both be like, you fucking loser, and people are like, I love this so
Dude,
much.
do you want- do you want-
You must be really good at coming across that you like people.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
My new tableside bit. I'm so proud of it. Is if someone orders like an extra dirty martini instead of extra dirty, sometimes they'll say filthy.
Right.
So if someone will be like, "Can I get a martini, but can I get it filthy?" I'll look at them and I'll be like, "So like my browser history."
Jesus Christ.
I usually say things like like Britney Spears circa 99.
Yeah, exactly.
Like how dirty do you want to go? Do you want to go? You want to go PG rated R?
Yeah.
What years are we talking? Pre 9/11, PG 13. Let's go.
Can I get my
Like one titty, PG-13, filthy.
Can I get my martini filthy? You mean like that time I fucked a horse?
See, I can't see if I do that joke at a table. People are like, "You're a fucking.
You're gonna lose your
pervert.
job. You're gonna lose your
You're
job.
a pervert." There's something about me that I can't do that bit to a table at all.
So I have a bit as part of my spiel for featuring people.
Yeah.
And we have one of our steaks that we sell is a Wagyu strip steak, which is different than Kobe beef because Kobe is produced in Japan, Wagyu is produced in America. And as I'm going through telling these people about steaks, I'm like, all right, so next we have blah, 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 a 14-ounce Wagyu American strip steak. I can't call it Kobe yet because I still get sad. And then I wait. And then people like usually look at me like I've lost my fucking mind. And then I'm just like, yeah, that joke never lands, just like the helicopter. And then it's really time to
Damn.
walk away.
Yeah.
Then it's really time to walk away.
Yeah,
That's a good
or helicopter away.
But also,
If I could fly away, I would. Crash and burn would be even better.
I do think that as a bartender, I think you are given a little bit more leeway
100%.
than I am.
I will
as
say,
a
if I'm
server.
bartending, I can have fun.
Yeah.
Serving tables,
No
there's
fun.
something about me that I
Come
cannot.
whisper to my ear in the service bar, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Dude, this is unrelated. I just got a text. So I did that post on Instagram about losing money, and could you tell that was a joke?
Yeah.
One of my rich friends
Seems
just
like a tough question to ask.
One of my rich friends just texted me, goes, "Hey, I'm gonna be away for your show, but send me your Venmo. I'll help you out."
Oh yeah, send them your Venmo.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
dude.
send them your Venmo.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, send it
Is
right
it your
back.
richest? Is it your richest friend?
I don't know. On paper, probably, but not the one you're thinking.
Okay,
of.
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Dude, it's Elon.
It's Elon.
Elon just
I would take
messaged you.
First of all, if you're friends with Elon Musk, that you should charge a premium for that. Like he should have to pay all his.
For an ad-free experience.
Yeah,
Just like X.
that's
Dude,
so
that's
good.
hilarious. Elon's like, if you don't want me to bring up Tesla every hour, you have to pay me more money.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy pays all his friends.
Who does?
Eddie Murphy famously pays all of his friends.
That's true, and so does Sandler.
Yeah, Sandler. Well, Sandler gives them jobs. Eddie Murphy's just like, I'm not going to get you a job in show business, but I'll pay you $80,000
Here's
a year just to hang
5%.
out
Here's
with me.
5% of my latest contract.
Yeah, exactly.
That fucking rules.
It does. I think
Seems
that's how
kind
it
of
should
shallow.
be.
That seems kind of shallow.
Yeah.
I think,
Don't
but
you
I think
think?
at a certain point you become so famous that you're like, I guess I got to play the game a little bit.
Yeah, I don't. You probably don't have
You know
real
what I mean?
friends
It's
anymore.
like I'm really rich and famous. I gotta live life a certain way. So I'm just gonna pay. If you're cool with it, I'll just give you a bunch of money and you can
Yeah.
fucking do cool shit with
all
me.
you have to do is like be around and like if I'm upset, pretend to care.
Yeah.
It'd be better if you did.
Yeah.
It's always better if you do care.
Isn't that how Foreman went broke, though? And
Yeah.
like Evander Holyfield and shit?
Yeah.
Like Charles Barkley is famous for being like, my mom ain't getting no goddamn money from me when I make it big. Granted, he's one of the most like philanthropic guys on the planet and
Yeah.
has a ton of businesses, but he's been like famous for being like, fuck all y'all broke ass motherfuckers.
Wait, do you guys remember? This was like the big thing when Bill Gates was the richest guy on earth, like when we were kids, where they were like, Bill Gates is only giving his kids $30 million each.
I do remember that.
I bet that's changed.
Yeah, they
bet you
probably
that's
only get
changed.
half now after the divorce.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also remember thinking
Or-
Warren Buffett does the same thing. He's left most of his estate to like charities, and shit.
Philanthropic
But the thing
endeavors.
is like
Doubt
he's
it.
leaving his kids like $100 million. It's like that's still gonna
Boo-hoo,
be
bitch.
Yeah,
Boo-hoo.
They're gonna be all right. You know,
And they don't have to pay taxes on it. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
$1,000 right now would change my entire year.
How much?
$1,000 right
Yeah.
now
Oh, yeah.
If you put
would
$1,000
change
in
would
my
change
hand,
the course of my year.
Sean would start drinking again.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, I
guys,
would.
if I
We talk about this a lot. What would be the smallest amount of money? That
if I happened upon $1,000, none of you would see me again.
yeah,
out.
I mean, it's hard to.
$1,000 could wipe away a sizable enough debt that I could get. We'll save this. I'm gonna save this thought for
It's
after the
just like
podcast.
We're going to note
a
this for
person.
later.
I could buy
$1,000, I could finally get
could
that guy I
yeah.
always
Stay tuned to the
wanted.
second hour to find out
Anyway,
what Sean would buy with $1,000 and how it would change
I
his
would
life.
release the guy. I
guy.
have.
That's the
A
podcast.
guy I
It's
would
been
buy.
great, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I would finally have it. I wouldn't have to keep asking that family for hundreds at a time. I would just release their son now.
I would take everything that's left over and I would go have a great time at the Fox in Bath.
Oh God, the Fox! You guys don't know about the
No,
Fox.
I
Well,
don't.
tell me
I
about
had a
it.
table of strippers from the Fox into my restaurant the other week.
Really?
And
That's what they call a group of Fox strippers is a table.
her name, Strawberry, offered to give me a free
Nice.
lap dance if I came back with them. And
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
it's my favorite fruit.
Yep.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh,
God.
yeah. Don't.
No.
Can I tell you guys a good story that I can tell now that I'm no longer in a relationship?
Wait. Those things have held you back in the past?
I mean, you know, I'm just not.
I hope my girlfriend listens to this and thinks worse of me later.
All right, yo. So I get this table of just like, it was in LA, so like Instagram models. You
I
know
was
what I
hoping
mean?
you'd be like, I had a girlgirlfriend at the time, so I'm banging this other
Yeah.
girl. That isn't my
No.
girlfriend.
This
by
wasn't
the way.
even. This didn't happen during the course of our
I
relationship.
know,
It
I
was just whatever stories. So we had this deal with because the company that I worked for owned like the block. So the idea is that you would get these like promoter tables that would come in. They'd get to eat kind of like for free, and then they'd go to the club and just look hot at the fucking club, right?
And then share a bunch of videos and information.
Right,
and shit,
exactly.
get more
That's
people
exactly the
in
way it
contact.
was. So I don't know what happened, but something.
They give like Marshmallow a gift card to come.
Yeah.
eat.
We just broke down the fourth wall of Instagram influency.
100%. Something fucked up. Some information got mismatched or crisscrossed, but it ended up that they had to pay for their dinner, and they were pissed about it. Which
Really?
which is understandable because they went under the pretense that they didn't have to pay.
Influencers literally don't have to pay for a single thing.
Yeah,
most
they
of the
really
time.
don't.
Wait, okay.
Anyway, but I was hitting it off with them, and they were nice to me. They were like, they were one of those good tables where they were like, we're pissed at the situation, but we know it's not your fault, which is a very rare thing
Yeah.
to encounter in a restaurant.
Excellent character trait, though.
Yeah. So anyway, they left me half of 20% on the bill,
10%.
and there was
I was like, where are you going with this?
No.
Do you mean 10%?
yeah, they left me 10% on the bill, and the lady.
You kept it.
I was
you
so
made
sure
us
of
do
myself.
it.
no,
I'm
'cause
glad.
it-
Thank you for verifying
I
that.
was waiting. I was like, there's no way.
I get my phone out.
No, but it makes in the context of the story, it made
Okay.
more sense to say
Okay.
half.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
she wrote a note on the thing on the bill that said, "For the rest of your tip, come lick this clit." And then she left her number.
She was like, I would like to influence your penis to get hard.
Yeah.
Okay, and did you?
I got the rest of my tip around 3:00 in the morning.
Is that true?
That's
Swear to
what's
God.
up.
You
That's
eat?
what's up.
You eat?
Yeah.
You
She was-
ate?
Yeah.
Did you?
Man's
Did you
hungry
just
after
eat?
a long
fuck.
night.
Yeah, she was staying at the hotel next door.
You had sex with this lady, Lou?
I had sex with
No,
this lady.
I thought you were only
dog.
allowed to lick the clit. I
I
thought
had
you were
s-
only allowed to lick.
I had sex with this lady, and then she gave me $50, and I just like,
You're a gigolo.
I know.
That's awesome.
Lou!
Wait, Sean, you didn't know this story?
That's awesome.
I have the note saved in my pictures on my
You
phone. I'll pick it up.
dog.
Yeah.
Wait,
She was
okay,
hot.
so that is better than you just showing up.
Was she a
and-
famous
She
influencer?
making
No,
you.
no, no.
Is this
She was-
Bobby Althoff?
No.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
lick Bobby Althoff?
It was Mr.
vagina?
Beast.
You fucking licked Mr. Beast's pussy?
He only gave you $50. What a
Yeah.
scam.
Mr. Beats, like, you're fucking good as hell at this, Lou.
Here's a Toblerone and $50.
Toblerone.
I got it from the mini.
I got it from the mini cart.
He's like, all right, so this week, I'm going to lock myself in a room with this pussy eater. And, buddy, you're going to get $100,000 if you can eat my pussy for 24 hours straight.
And a Toblerone.
All right, so Lou, you fucking you get the number, right?
Yeah.
Was there any like debate in your head going back and forth? Or you're like, no, I'm after my shift, I'm calling this.
If
number.
I know Lou at
there was
all, no.
No, I
Oh,
gotta.
bro, this was peak Coke years.
I gotta ask.
This was, yeah.
I gotta ask, were you like trying to get her number, or was it one of those instances where it's like, I'm just doing my job, I'm doing whatever, I'm honestly not even like.
See, but here's the thing though, is that like my natural.
Did she leave that on the customer receipt or the merchant receipt?
That was mine.
Did you have to hand that in to your boss later?
I'm naturally, my predisposition naturally is to just be a flirt. So it's like like she gave me her number, and like I guess in my brain she thought that I was like trying. I would have, but it's like when
You
you're
did.
when you're in LA, it's like
awesome.
everybody is so fucking
Horny?
horny and hot that
Yeah.
it's just like it doesn't even like register.
Yeah,
It's not like this fucking cold, arid place up here in the winter
which
time.
is the exact opposite of how we live here.
Yeah.
Everybody's like not hot and super
Not in the
pissed.
mood.
Pretty
Yeah,
angry.
I don't want to, you know. So okay, you go to her hotel, and she's there by herself.
Well, they were like, I don't know how it worked, but because I don't know what's like what their deal was.
You know how it worked.
I mean, I
you
know
did
how this. Well, I mean, I just mean like in
Did
yeah,
they
the
share
little
a
man's in the
hotel?
top of the boat. He knew
I
how
guess
that
There's
worked.
two other ladies
I
there?
guess
No.
I guess what I'm asking is
There was two beds.
I need more detail.
There was two beds in the room, but it was just her.
Okay.
So
and
I
then
don't know if like one of her friends
they ran out of
fucked
king-size
off,
beds,
or
You
maybe
you walk into the and she like come up to 275,
yeah.
and then you knocked on the door, and she's like, and then how long into was there any
Was she
pleasantries?
wearing a silk robe with nothing on underneath? when you
Yeah.
showed
I
up?
need to. This is a vicarious situation here. It's
so-
not that I would do it, but
No, you're good.
She was wearing a minion suit,
Now Tyler's in. Now Tyler's in.
but there was a hole where the pussy is.
No, so I didn't meet her at the hotel. I met her at the club.
No, I know, but so you go in, and then so I think that's even weirder that you've only met her one other time.
Yeah.
She says, "Come over and lick my pussy,"
Yeah.
and so you show up.
Yeah, so no, I
Club,
How
and
does
you're
that-
like,
how
I'm
does
going to
that-
come
No,
lick
so,
your
no,
pussy.
so you have to understand that it wasn't weird necessarily for me to be there because so the company that I worked for
Right. Okay.
owns all the property
And it's upstairs.
So she's like, no, so the club's downstairs, the hotel's
Right,
a
right,
different
right,
place,
right.
all within 10 seconds of walking distance.
Okay.
So,
No,
yeah, so
that's not what's really what I'm interested in. Is the first exchange of words.
Yeah, so I got out of work, went to the club.
Is it cool if I record this? No.
Went to the club, brought some people with me.
Okay.
And then we all just met up at the club, and then we partied and we drank,
and
and
then
then
you
I
went to
went
the
back.
I
hotel.
got
and
you.
went to the hotel.
So it wasn't like just you didn't text her and be like, "Hey, I'm Lou. I'm trying to get my
Hey,
tip."
I'm Lou. I'm the one who's coming to
yeah,
eat your
and
box.
she's like, "All right, come up to room 475 with your dick in your hand, please."
I don't think you know how
To
much
talk
of
to girls.
a puss man fucking Lou was at a
okay,
certain
I
point.
didn't want to say that about myself, but I want you to know this type of thing doesn't happen to me.
All I did was text her "still there?" question mark.
And she knew who you were.
Yeah, because it's like if you don't know who I am, then you
Right.
have to know.
Why
who I
even
am.
leave your number?
You have
How
to know
many
what the
other
situation
waiters'
is.
numbers did you leave?
That's
your...
what I'm saying. Is you have to know what this situation
Right.
is.
Right.
One time,
Can
Lou
you-
and I
can
did
you
a show
reveal?
together, and he was like, I think we were trying to figure out like if we were going to the after hours bar or whatever. And he was like, I think I'm gonna bang this old lady over here. And I was like,
what's up.
that'd be funny as hell if you did that. He's like, I don't know, I'll let you know. And then he disappeared for a long time, and he
that
came
was-
back, and I was like, did you fuck that old lady? And he's like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Old ladies are the best.
I was hammered.
Old ladies are the
And
best.
she was cute for an old lady.
I fell asleep inside of an old lady once.
Like cute how? Old lady cute? Like a
Yeah,
nana?
dude, she had like cookies and stuff.
and the tits were still a little perky, but you got a little baggage to deal with. You know what I'm saying? That's okay.
I do.
That's okay.
That story I can relate to. Okay, but getting an Instagram model to be like, "Come fuck me in my hotel," not in my wheelhouse whatsoever. So I do I like when you tell these stories. I visualize them,
You're
the
living
whole thing.
vicariously through me.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
don't
You want
that
to live vicariously with an almost 10-year-old child? Because I picked up Baby Mama when I was a waiter in Philadelphia.
Really?
Yeah, Baby Mama played for the Philadelphia Lingerie Football League team when I met her
Oh, this is an actual person. Her
14
name
years
is Baby
ago.
Mama?
No, it's the mother of my son. Baby Mama was a lingerie football
So
leaguer
she's
when I
older.
met
She's
her.
your senior.
No, she's 3 years younger than me.
Wait, you met her when you were 10.
No, my child is 10.
Oh, okay.
So
that's better.
if you want to live vicariously, you could have a 10-year-old
Well, no, 'cause
child.
I understand how that was confusing. How about your
Well,
son?
he said you want to live
Might
vicariously.
not be the most effective communicator.
Also, Tyler's sitting here and being like, "What's it like to get pussy?"
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Anyway.
a story
All
from
right,
15
fine.
years ago.
Yeah. So tell your story. I'm
No,
into
it's the
that.
same thing.
Yeah.
I like this table of beautiful women comes and sits in my section. There's like 16 of them, and she had fucking. She had hair extensions in, so it's 95% black.
So you-
right? She's one of 3 white girls at the table.
Okay.
And I'm 24, 25 years old. It's 24 years old at the time, waiting tables at like the nicest restaurant in Philadelphia,
Where?
Budokan. Shout out Budokan.
You worked at Budokan?
Shout out Budokan.
I worked at Budokan.
Get out of here! No, you didn't.
Yes, I
Are
did.
Are we the
Did you
same
work
person?
together?
No.
No.
Were you there 10 years ago?
I
It was a lot longer than that.
Yeah. Wait. So you know like and
Yeah.
yeah.
Can we say these names?
Yeah.
Can we bleep?
It's my favorite fucking person in the world. I cannot believe.
Kiss me to the triple pizzle. Kiss.
Yeah, baby! This is the Night Moves podcast. Suck all of our dicks.
Love is
We
love.
run your podcast.
Love is
sucks.
love.
I hope your dad
Just remember,
dies.
love is love.
I hope your dad dies. We have the best podcast on earth. Please get fucked, dude. Please. Wow, yes. Yes. Yes.
Dude, hold on. I'm not lying. I passed out for a little bit. I went unconscious for a couple.
Sounds like it's time for another Jagerita.
Wait, you just say that's the hottest thing you've ever seen?
Back to the well.
I laughed so hard, dude. I went unconscious.
Fill him up, dude.
Dude, you'll be able to tell. I went unconscious for a little bit. Woo! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
many terrible stories from spending time with those
God.
people. It's the best.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that was a crazy time for my life. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. I can't believe that. Yeah.
So, like, I love cocaine because of them. I
Yeah.
just don't do it
Yeah.
because of them. But yeah, took me to the Triple Pizzle one time. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Oh, of course.
The Triple Pizzle down
yeah,
there.
Penn-
It's
Penn
the most.
Pizzle.
It's the most incredible strip club that you'll ever go to.
Wait. The
The Pennsport Pub, dude, down on Delaware Boulevard.
holy shit. Oh fuck. I don't know if I can. Okay, so
It's
You two definitely did cocaine together one
we
day.
probably.
You absolutely did.
so on my fuck. I don't know if I can say his name. Whatever. If I
Just we'll
whatever.
bleep it. We'll bleep it.
So on I put in my 2 weeks the same as the same week that one of those guys did too. And he always told me, he was like, dude, we're going to go to the Triple P.
The Triple Pizzle.
So he was like, all right, yo.
It's a fucking staple.
He was like, dude, the Triple P is this god awful strip club on Columbus Boulevard. It's like right across the street from Lowe's. And
There's a
Home Depot.
horseshoe bar.
Dude, yes.
Yes.
When a strip club
Yeah.
is across the street from a Lowe's, I'm in, baby.
There's 12-foot
I'm in.
ceilings. There's a horseshoe bar in there,
That's
and then
exactly
there's a bunch of booths around the side of the restaurant. There is a stage that is like a 10 by
Bro, I'm
6
so
with
fired
a
up right now.
4-foot fucking pole on it that the girls dance on behind the bar, and the
And that's a
girls.
sturdy pole because they're right by the
It's
Lowe's.
not connected to anything. I don't know how the
Oh,
fuck it
shit.
happened.
So I had already left Budokan, right? It's like 3:00 in the afternoon. And
Great time to go to the Triple P.
He's still working at Budokan at the time. So he looks at his phone and realizes that he's going to be late for work. So he calls the GM at the time and goes, and I'm not kidding, there's a Russian stripper right in front of us. And he picks up the phone and goes, hey, I'm at a parent-teacher conference. I'm going to be a few minutes late. He hangs up. This girl bends over in front of him, and he just looks at me and goes, I think I can see her lungs.
I know exactly who you're talking about
you
now.
fucking do.
I know exactly
Yes,
who you're
you
talking
fucking
about
do.
now. We don't need to name names on this one.
Oh, my God. He's such a... I still talk to him every once in a while.
I don't.
Fucking A, dude.
Holy shit, dude.
I mean, and the only security. All right, so the girls at the Triple Pizzle, what they do is they will only come around the bar. They flash you their tits for $1. They flash you their front for $1. And they flash you their ass for
Much like the
$1.
Fox then.
and then the dudes that sit in the booths are the really creepy ones.
Yeah.
And the only security in the place, at least when I used to go there, was like a 70-year-old woman who was like non-concealed carrying a fucking 378 on her
hell
fucking
yes,
head.
dude.
Yes.
And that was it.
You
It
love
was an
that?
absolutely magical place.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
All the
magical.
strippers have different ailments.
No, it's usually like one per continent with like 4 working at a
Okay.
time. That's it.
Nice.
And a little rotation. That's it.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
One of them was from Antarctica. It was a scientist.
She had no official residence.
She was a polar bear. Holy shit,
They
dude.
said I wouldn't get sex trafficked doing ice core work in Antarctica, but here I am.
Boy, do I have egg on my face.
I'm not, dude. I don't want
If
to.
I was a girl, I would just not talk to Russian dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have
Ever?
a bad time.
Never.
No, I'd go for the Nigerians.
Yeah.
Never mind. Friend of mine worked for a Nigerian dude that was a sex trafficker in Virginia.
I was gonna say, I was
for
like-
3 years. Yeah,
See,
sorry.
me myself,
That sounded bad, didn't it?
I've never heard of Nigerian sex trafficking.
Oh well.
I have.
You have a friend that knows a sex trafficker.
Used to work for one, yes.
Oh, so
We probably, whether or not we consciously know it, we probably all know a sex trafficker.
that is a fact that does
I know
suck.
people that, maybe.
Shit. Speaking of which, I got to make a call.
I hope not.
Okay.
Should I check up on?
I want to circle back just for 1 second. I know I said it, but
Sex traffic sounds bad. I'm trying to have sex now. I'm stuck in all this sex traffic.
I think we did that bit.
I don't know if we have. I don't know if we have. I still feel a ton of inertia
No.
with this bit too.
No, I know why, because I remember saying something similar and it being very hated. Sex traffic. No, dude, that was dude. I'm not kidding you. That there was an instant laugh that I've never.
Can I be honest with you? I didn't know.
I just told everybody watching. I hope their dad dies. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that.
Because you have the best podcast in America.
We do, and I kind of take.
Dude, I laughed so hard that all the blood went out of my head, and I. That's why you
Can I tell you this? I didn't know how far we were going to take it until I got to here, and then I looked into your eyes, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we're kissing." I was like, "1000%."
Were you worried about me?
Oh, I didn't know. I was like, we're gonna do a cheek.
Yeah, no,
Are we
it's
gonna-"
totally fine.
And then I looked into that man's beautiful blue eyes, like pools.
Lucas
of,
is gonna kiss him. He's
like
gonna kiss his
lagoon
boys, dude.
pools. And I was like, "Oh, we're kissing right now."
Well,
Oh
I
man,
have
dude,
kissed a man.
I can't tell you how happy that fucking made me.
I
dude.
kiss all my friends. It's fine.
Seeing that happen. I've kissed Sean. I think
I mean, Sean and I have kissed.
Joel,
all
we're
the
now
time.
friends,
I
so-
love that.
Oh god.
If I have
I
2
appreciate
beers,
it.
I'm kissing all my boys. I'm giving all my boys a sweet little kiss.
Dude, we've kissed at Rippers for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Me and you have.
That's why it's called rippers, because you got to rip a kiss.
Yeah.
That's not why it's called rippers.
Do you know why?
Because you got to rip a line.
You got to rip. you got to
right,
rip
all
drugs in the bathroom. Yeah.
So, do you think, Lucas? Do you think this is what you want to do for your life? You're going to be the master cocktail guy.
Fucking unfortunately, yes.
Why? Unfortunately, I think that rips, dude.
Well, I mean, come on, man. There's
You'll
a
end up
level of
consulting, you'll make a
ridicule
ton
and
of money.
there's just a level of ridicule to being a bartender.
I don't
right?
think so.
Have you ever met people that were in favor of stand-up communians? No, you have not.
I mean, I listen to podcasts. Okay, so yes.
You know how embarrassing? Like I don't tell. Actually, now when I start working somewhere, I let it out
yeah, you got to let the gas out first.
because
He's really
there's
quiet about it,
nothing
though.
worse than when you don't tell anybody and someone's just like, "Did you know Sean's a comedian?"
Yeah.
And then you have to like.
If you start off
Get
with
at-
you
get
can,
it out of the way right
control-
away.
Dude, I remember I was in New Orleans once, and I was talking to a bartender, and the bartender was like, "Let me tell you," she's a very attractive woman. And she goes, "Let me tell you something. After living in New Orleans, I've learned never date a musician, never date a chef." And I just looked at her and I go, "What about a comic?" And she just went, "Ew,"
Yeah.
and then walked
Nice.
away.
We're not real.
Sounds like it's start to.
We're not
yeah,
part.
right.
We're not part of the ecosystem of like.
I guess bartenders have come back because of like these
hand tattoo bartenders.
these idiots that have like that take it too fucking seriously, and they post all this like wonderful looking content on Instagram.
Oh, dude,
or
that
wherever else.
cornball shit stinks.
People call me a mixologist all the time, and I'm like, please don't fucking call me that.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, why not? I'm like, because I'm not a douchebag.
yeah.
Like I am, but just not in that regard.
There's
right?
that-
I'm a
there-
douchebag in other ways.
Isn't there like a school right over here, a mixology school?
Yeah, there is actually.
Shout out Michelle Sant. She's a lovely lady, great woman. Anybody who goes and does a bartending school, you're wasting your fucking money. You might as well buy into like Amway or fucking,
Sell
you know.
cocoa nuts.
Well, it's like people that
Yeah.
go to school for restaurant management.
It's
I'm like,
hilarious.
Fucking start as a busser like we all did.
It's hilarious.
I just think it's
How do you become a restaurant manager? You start
coke,
fucking
do
one of the
coke.
hostesses. Duh,
Do
bitch.
coke and sleep with underage women and get away with it, and you'll be a manager in 3 years.
Duh.
How do you become a restaurant manager? Have a dream that failed.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's also how you become a car salesman.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
a comic, I
It's
imagine.
actually how
I'm
you
just
become
kidding.
everything.
No, it's not how you become a comic. You don't fail at waiting tables and then go, I guess I'll be a comic.
I've seen it. Though.
I get a lot. It's like every
the only
single fucking
supplement.
dickhead you work with who's just like, I bet you got a lot of material out of this. I'm like,
Yeah.
zero.
I erase every interaction that I have in a restaurant over the course of a day when I get home
Yeah.
via 3 old granddads and a fat bong.
Yeah. Oh, old granddad.
What
that
do you do
was,
with those?
oof. That was my go-to.
Oh, 3 old granddads. Okay, I thought
Nah,
you made
he
it seem
sucks
like,
off 3
Nah,
old
it's not.
I go to
It's
a
not a
senior
lemon
citizen
party.
home.
It's
Yeah.
not a lemon party.
Let
It's
me
a
see
bourbon.
your ID. You're old enough for me to suck you off. You old granddad, you.
That was also when I knew I should
what's a
probably slow down
CJ?
drinking because I'd order. Let me suck off an old granddad. I'll get another lager. As
Well, that's also what I wanted to know. I wanted to ask, what does a cocktail expert drink when he's ready to drink?
Okay, so I'm really glad you asked that question because I did bring something else for all of us to try.
Let's fucking
This is a
go.
great segue. I honestly, we definitely didn't talk about this beforehand. So, listen, I'm a simple man. All right, like there are maybe 3 bars that I will go to in the Lehigh Valley and like order a cocktail and drink.
Name names. No, don't.
One of my favorite. Shout out Liberty Street Tavern. Shout
Liberty
out
Street
Pennsylvania Ryco. Shout out.
Boom.
I'm done. Anyway, so Miller High Life, champagne of beers.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this one tattoo on my arm is a Negroni we were talking about before. The equal part cocktail. To me, this is like, you make this, all right, cool. If you know how to make this on call without any questions asked, that's good. I drink Jageritas. I drink hobo Negronis. I'll drink a gin martini every once in a while. I'll drink a standard Negroni. But I'm like beer, liquor straight.
what pairs best with American Spirit
You know
yellows?
what's weird? I've had a
So
similar.
I smoke light blue American spirits. Thank you very little.
Oh, sorry,
and I
sorry.
personally think
Mix
it's
them up,
Old
mix them
Granddad
up.
bottled in bond or a shot of Rumplemans. One of the two.
See, but I've had the same experience with like I've worked with very because I used to work at Butcher and Singer too, and
If you know a bartender who only drinks fancy boy
Yeah.
cocktails, he's a fucking dork.
Yeah, well,
No,
I've worked
fair.
with really, really talented chefs, and in one way or another, one of them at some point has said to me, like, honestly, like if I could work at a Waffle House and make the same amount of money I do, like I would. He's like, I just love to cook. Like I don't give a fuck about eating fancy. I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm good at it, and I would
Yeah.
love to do it. But he's like, when I go home, it's like I make myself a sloppy fucking burger and a grilled cheese. Like
Fuck yeah.
I'm not going home after
Yeah.
work and slicing ahi tuna with like hajiki seaweed. They're like, nobody gives a
I
shit.
usually order Burger King.
I only knew one of the words
Yeah,
you said.
exactly.
so-
Cry in my bathtub the next morning.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you kind of want the liquor to work. You're drinking for function.
All
at
right,
that
so
point.
listen. Well, no, I mean, I'm not out to get like hammered every night, but I normally order a shot and a beer, or
What's your
like,
shot?
It depends on
Something
what I'm
dark.
drinking. So like if I drink stouts, I will get a pour of a certain type of Amaro, right? And Amaros are these like funky herbal Italian liqueurs. Some of them are sweet, some of them are bone dry, some of them have like notes of like spearmint, mint, whatever in the background. Some of them taste like you're eating a fucking dandelion. Some of them taste like a bittersweet chocolate kind of a thing. So there are times in the winter where I will order a really heavy stout, like a 13 fucking % stout that's been sweetened with molasses, brown sugar, something, and it's overly sweet and it tastes like motor oil. I'll get a fucking pour of this Amaro, swig that neck down, dump the Amaro in there, and drink the rest of it because it mellows out the sweetness
Okay.
and brings some bitterness. So again, going back to,
I think I might know what this is then.
So this is
I made us drink these one time.
a hobo Negroni, right?
It's a necker.
You clear the.
I'm sorry,
Whoa,
what?
whoa, 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 whoa,
What
whoa,
the
I'm
Actual
allowed to say.
fuck.
I'm allowed to say what I said.
He said necker.
Necker. We call them neckers.
Okay.
I call it a hobo.
Yeah, probably safer, but that's close to another
Honestly,
word as
I don't
well.
know. I don't know. I don't think hobo is allowed to be said anymore. I think it's unhoused person that I'm supposed to say.
Okay,
So
fair.
this is an unhoused Negroni.
It's taking everything in me not to do the funniest possible thing right now.
Please do the funniest
I'm
possible
not gonna
thing.
do it.
Can you do the funniest possible thing?
I was gonna say, I call this a.
That
We might have to bleep that. Nick, I'm sorry. We might.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna bleep that for sure.
Yeah.
You clear the neck, and then I've got Campari here, and I'm gonna refill.
Oh, that's a fat boy.
Well, yeah, it needs to be like the same shade of like blood
Yes.
before
Yes.
it leaves the body.
Yeah, you got-
And then this like it's a
Hangover blood, kind of
is-
light.
This is life right here. Is a hobo Negroni. I have more beers here.
I'm gonna do a hobo Negroni.
I think should I hook you guys up with a hobo Negroni?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll crack 2 more beers. All I guys need you guys to do is clear that necker.
Yeah. Well, okay, so this is what me and my buddies do. We do this with
Bless.
Corona. We'll take the neck out of the Corona and pour tequila in the neck.
Yeah,
That's
I've
what's
done.
up.
We
I've
call it
done
a
that.
necker.
All right.
There's something to do with ranch water there, but I don't know.
Minute 44 in all caps. Censorship. There we go. Boom.
Cheers, because we gotta suck the neck out of this.
You guys just got to get that neck down. All right. So I drink these at the Fun House whenever I go there because I don't trust anything that comes out of a tap or a gun, soda gun. Not.
Oh.
I don't trust anything that comes out of.
The only
an
thing I
actual-
trust that come out of as a gun is a bullet.
Yeah, but not at the Fun House. I don't think they
I-
spray the gay away.
I
I don't
want
know
the
what they're
right
gonna
to
do.
bear arms. I do like the right to bear arms.
And so when I go to places,
I love how he does that. It's like so. It's
It's almost like he does it for a living,
you
huh?
gotta get in there. You gotta get in there.
I have to work
Suck
tonight.
it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it. Yeah, baby. Is that how you did it?
Oh,
That'd be so funny if, like, you were
exactly how you-
really building up your pussy eating skills to a girl.
cheers, yes.
Hey, cheers, boys.
Yes.
So this is like this is gonna taste like an IPA without having an IPA essentially because
This is hurting Sean.
Where are
It
you
is
going?
bitter. It's herbal. It's grapefruity. It's rosemary. Sean's getting another faux Negroni.
He better be getting another phone Magrone.
Faux Negroni.
A phone Magrone.
Go ahead and pop open the.
Was that Marsala?
He just comes back with a bottle of balsamic vinaigrette.
Let's go. Let's go. I want to feel something today.
He comes over with extra virgin olive oil.
Look, we've all got hobos. It's actually called a phony Negroni. How about that?
Are you using a vape? Nice.
That's what's up.
Using a vape to open up a fake
All right,
Negroni
so let me
is
ask you,
so
let me
funny.
ask you this question. So this is the restaurant that I work at now is the first time I've ever had to bartend because we don't have a service bartender during the week. Yeah, so we have to make our own drinks.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh, you've been doing that?
Yeah.
Why?
So as
We're proud of you.
Thank you. I've actually it's actually been a really eye-opening and interesting.
His
Experience?
entire
'Cause
restaurant career has been like,
I've
I never
only-
want to learn how to bartend.
I don't. It's just not my wheelhouse.
That's what's up.
I'm a server. Like that's in my bones. That's what I do. So
You got
it's,
great tableside presence. You can probably be funny tableside, unlike Sean.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So I've never really dabbled in bartending, and this is the one thing that has really blown my mind is that almost every single cocktail, aside from like a garnish maybe, is 3 components. Almost every single one, which is like blown my mind. Like
A
so,
lot
I
of
think
sours and stuff
it's
like
just
that.
really
yeah.
interesting to me that like I don't know, like just the idea of combining different flavors.
Are you doing any kind of like complex drink making, or is it pretty standard stuff?
I mean, minus like the bullshit exclusive cocktails that we have. You know what I mean? The most crazy that I've gotten is we'll do like smoked old fashions and shit, which I'm sure to you sounds like fucking.
No, I have to
preschool.
do them. No, I have
Sean,
to do them.
slide up a little bit.
I have to do them.
Which is a huge pain in the balls, but nothing too crazy. I mean, I work in a steakhouse, so it's a lot of dark liquor, a lot of old fashions,
A lot of old-fashioned
a lot of
Manhattan.
Manhattans, that kind of thing. And that was another thing too that I was interested in that I was going to bring up earlier about your whole like this is when you shake, this is when you stir. My whole training and like the philosophy that I've been told is that it doesn't matter. It's like if you never shake brown liquor.
No, that's not true.
Okay, that's what I've
A
been.
whiskey sour should have lemon juice in it. Ideally, it should be shaken.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Just from like a scientific component of how flavors bind together, right? This is where I will sound pretentious for a second, right? The introduction of cold mixed with sugar, mixed
Right.
with acid, mixed with spirit and whatever. Your goal is to eventually bind those flavors together to make like a seamless cocktail kind of a thing, right? So that it's not like one part really stands out over the other and you've got lukewarm versus ice cold versus whatever, and just the chemical processes that go into it.
You could tell the difference if somebody makes a Manhattan.
And they shake it.
I'll
know within looking at it. I don't need to taste it. I can see it when I look at it because there's going to be an opaqueness to it.
Well, also when you shake a cocktail,
Cloudy.
It gets foamy.
Okay.
It depends on what you put in. So
But it'll get like if you're all booze and you shake it together, like it'll be cloudy as fuck. If I take just vodka martini straight up, like let's say just Grey Goose cold up with olives. If I shake it, it's going to be cloudy as shit. And you're going to be able to tell right after you pour it. If I stir it, and again, you can only get a drink so cold. So it doesn't fucking matter which way you do it in that regard to something like vodka that doesn't taste like anything. Like you can still get it just as cold by stirring it as you would shake it. You're going to dilute it less, and the natural vodka taste is going to be more pronounced.
Right.
Whereas if you shake a Manhattan, you're diluting bourbon or rye, vermouth, and bitters to
With
the point
water.
where it's like 30% water instead of like 5 or 10% water.
Wait.
let's
Okay.
say.
So, but
I know I'm getting in the weeds here. with
no.
this.
No. This is interesting because, but you're diluting it with the same. Okay. Well.
You're still going to dilute it with the same thing, water, right?
Right. Because it will melt eventually.
God
anyway.
damn, that's tasty.
Fuck me, right?
Yeah.
Dude. All
And
right.
I'm sarcastic in my approach to half of this shit. And I didn't invent this either, but it's just something I love.
Okay, and then so all right, you're at the bar, and like, what do you hate if you people and drink? So, what group of people or singular person?
easy.
Yeah, let's not be
Easy.
racist.
Let's
Yeah,
not
we
be-
can't say any race. We can, but shouldn't.
It's probably frowned upon.
I guess what I'm thinking of, it's more of
Go
like
ahead.
a group
No,
of
it's
chicks
fine.
come
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and they order like fucking blowjob shots or something.
A hair cuttery of espresso.
I say people in hell want ice water. Try again.
Okay,
I have no problem telling people like no.
you're not giving ice water.
No, I give ice water out to everybody.
Yeah.
And my line is there's nothing uncool about being adequately hydrated because people go, and then we're off to a good start. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
That's-
I have my little isms that
Yeah,
fucking.
does that bother like so? Like a bar, like a,
No, I give ice water to everybody.
everybody, but what does a
Especially-
bartender hate?
Long Island iced teas. Like I work at a nice cocktail bar. You order a Long Island iced tea, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You just paid $22 for something where I have like 5 cocktails on the menu that are actually higher in alcohol proof and in my opinion taste better. So
I mean, they
Long
are.
Island iced teas aren't that strong if you really do the math.
Also, a Long Island iced tea is remarkable, though.
Dude, so
Like, it
I will
is
die on this
wild.
hill.
You like the
a
taste
Long
of it?
Island iced
I
tea?
mean,
it's a
considering-
trashy drink, obviously.
Considering all the components, like how you put all that stuff
every
together,
base spirit, vodka, gin, tequila, rum.
and
shouldn't
triple
taste
sec-
the way it does.
It's kind of
lemon
insane.
juice, sugar, and a little bit of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Anything would taste pretty good with that.
If you did 4 ounces of tequila, or what would that end up being? Or 3 ounces of tequila, lemon juice, Coke, and sugar, it's not going to taste. It's not going to
Dude,
taste.
if you
like
pissed in
Long
a bottle and added sugar and Coca-Cola,
Also, if you
it would taste
you could
pretty
make
good.
you could fuck up a Long Island.
I think we could challenge that today.
I'll do it.
You got any Coca-Cola?
I got pissed. All right, so this was going to be my question, which is along the similar lines of his, but a little bit more inside baseball. So I assume you've worked service bar a whole
I
bunch.
work service by yes.
All right, so what is
oh
the,
boy, is Lucas works.
what
service
is the
bar.
thing that servers do that drives you fucking insane? Aside from like sitting there and waiting for
when
their
they
fucking,
stand there and
yeah.
look at me and wait for things when I'm like super busy. And it happens a lot at the beginning of a night, right? So what people don't understand about working in a restaurant is the servers are, their busyness is predicated on how many tables they have, right? And any good restaurant that is based off of like reservations only and not so much just like a walk-in aspect like you have at bars and whatever else. They know when they're going to get their tables and they know when to be ready to hustle a little bit more and when to not. So, but a bartender, say you open up like the restaurant I work at, shout out Top Cut Steakhouse, I will say it. We open up at 4:30 every day. If my bar fills up at 4:30 every day and we have like 5 tables that walk in, sure, there's going to be 4 or 5 servers that have a table,
Right.
but I'm dealing with a bar full of guests, and then I'm there also making drinks for the
Oh,
restaurant.
so
and
you're
doing
not even
whatever.
a designated. I mean, Top Cut has to have a designated service
I
bartender.
have multiple people on me a shift,
which
for
I'm sure they're like staggered
But
in at
if
different
we
times.
have 15 people sit at the bar right away,
Right.
and then service bar starts going off in 5 minutes, I can't expect one person to take all 15 people, especially let's say if that's 5 different groups of 3 people, let's say. No, I got to go in and do that, and then I got to go there. So like servers don't get busy right away. They don't get busy until they're busy, whereas bartenders are usually busy like
from the beginning
as
of
soon as they fucking start.
There's always something.
All right,
to
well, let
do.
me ask you this: how do you feel about servers jumping behind the bar and making their own cocktails?
I don't trust any.
Yeah,
I
see,
don't
that's
trust
every-
most of the
almost-
people that I work with.
almost every
They want to
bartender.
grab beer and wine and whatever. Cool. And I have a couple of people that I work with that are, it's called cross trained, right? So they will wait tables and they will bartend regularly. So
Right.
so I know that they know how to do both. Those are the ones that I'm like, yeah, come help me out if I need it. If I need it.
When I've been in the same restaurant as Lucas, just a thing I've noticed that people who work behind the bar will still ask him, "May I please come aboard to do something?"
Yeah, because I'll slit your throat if you don't.
That's
ask me to come.
that's your domain.
Yeah, that's my house.
Even if
That's
they
my
work
house.
behind the bar and they're not working behind the bar that day, which that's
That's
you should
my
do
house.
that. You should
That's my
absolutely do
house.
Well, yeah, I think it also like this. There's the saying, "Too many cooks in the kitchen" for a reason. And
You can
it's-
also
well,
just
it's
get like
also-
knocked in the head.
Well, it's also, especially in a bartending situation, it's like it's such a small space that it's like
it's small, it's wet. There's expensive bottles everywhere. It's like it's
Yeah. Okay. So somebody orders like like Louis the 13th. You drop the bottle. Are you fucked? Are you personally fucked?
Yep.
See, that's
I would think-
a server doesn't have that.
are they not
responsibility.
insured?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. Even if you aren't, how are you going to claim?
Not that you wouldn't get in
insurance?
trouble, but
So how are you going to claim insurance on something that is broken by operator error? You can't necessarily
true.
claim that. Your insurance is there is to prevent other negative things from happening, like if somebody tries to sue you, but you have a certain amount of training, regulation, whatever. Like there are things that you can do as a restaurant owner to mitigate the effect that you would take if you gave somebody food poisoning.
Yeah.
If you have somebody that is if you have like multiple people that are a certain level of certified, you mitigate the risk by a lot and you end up not having to pay out a lot more because you have these people that are certified and it's like, oh, it's a one-time thing. This doesn't happen regularly, whatever. Right? Like there are different things that you can do as an owner to mitigate your liability in that regard. Louis the 13th, I dropped that fucking bottle. First off, that's like 8 times blown French crystal. It's
probably not gonna break.
It's Baccarat crystal, if I'm not
Well,
mistaken.
because isn't the bottle worth more empty?
The bottle's worth like $1,200 empty on a secondary market, and you're going to pay $2,500 to $3,000 for the bottle of booze itself. So yeah, the bottle itself is like half of the retail value.
It'll
of
get
that.
you back some of that shit.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
And so the bar keeps them.
Typically, well, a couple of places that I've worked, we've had replicas made. We take the old bottles, the original crystal bottles, and sell them right away, and just refill the old bottle when you need to, and then take the other one and sell it.
I worked at a place where they had Louis the 13th and they had Macallan 40. 40?
God damn.
I think
I would do
You know what I'm
crazy
talking
shit
about.
like
Six
that.
is
You know where
the
I'm talking.
oldest.
It's Macallan 30 and Macallan.
36. There might be a 40.
It was like a several $1,000
$10,000 bottle of scotch.
What's
they
that
would
a
have,
pour?
like-
What's that a pour? What are we looking at?
I think it was $300 or $400 for the most expensive one. So it was more than the Louis the 13th. So there was some bartenders there that were like didn't really bartend that often. There are some people that were bartenders, like real ones, but they'd open up the bar and they would just like very precariously be holding like a fucking car's worth of alcohol. They take it out of like the wine room where it's kept and like put it on the bar. And every single time I was like, dude, take your time.
Dude, see, I just don't understand. Like good wine, I kind of get. Like,
No, you're gonna lose me here.
If you're gonna pay like,
It's all right. I'll rope you back in.
an exorbitant amount of money for a good bottle of wine, but even that is still like
So you're saying
the idea of paying $300 for a shot of anything.
no,
is
dude.
bananas to me.
Bourbon, like the whiskeys, I think is worth. The good stuff is better than good wine to me.
I agree.
I like if like a fucking good Scotch, or like a good bourbon, like something
Like paying $300 for a 2-ounce pour
All right, yeah.
is crazier to me
Okay,
than
Then
no, you're
paying
gonna have
$300 for a
For a bot-
25.4 ounce bottle
bottle
of
of
wine.
wine.
I agree with you in that regard.
And also,
Okay,
I'm
yeah, I'll
not.
take
I'm
that.
not.
Everything's 750 milliliters for the most part. That's your standard size, which is 25.4 ounces. So if you break
So the pour is the same. The wine pour is the same as the whiskey pour.
no, because your like your alcohol percentage is going to be different. So in terms
No.
of,
But liquid wine, like what, like the. Because when we got you got us for Pappy that one night.
No, you got the. You didn't get Pappy. You got
thought we
Rip
did.
Van Winkle.
Old Van Winkle. It's the same house, same
Yeah.
distillery,
It's the
same
10-year.
people.
Yeah. It's
But-
this, yeah.
But it's still. I mean, I think just for
Where
bang
he
for
works,
your buck,
I
it
went
makes
to
more
get
sense.
dinner with Sherry, like pre-COVID, and they had. I think it was the 14-year Pappy. I think it was like $90.
Well, I remember
Which
one
is
time I
definitely
went
not
to
that now.
It was there was
and
no
I did get.
there was no Top Cut. There was the other one,
Level 3.
level 3. But there
What a
was
stupid fucking name for a place. Because it's on the 3rd floor.
there was the
Crazy.
first restaurant. Mel,
Shout out Paxos.
we got Louis the 13th there, and we actually finished the bottle, and they let us have the bottle.
Oh, really? Every
Probably a
restaurant has stopped
replica.
doing that.
What?
Probably a replica.
Yeah.
Probably a replica.
Well, now I'm
That used to be
definitely
the.
going to tell.
That used to be the tradition.
They gave you a $1,200
Well, so
bottle.
the-
of
Wait,
wine.
did you know
was
that
a
used
replica.
to be the tradition?
That was a traditional long time ago.
Long time ago. It doesn't really happen anymore.
What if you drank an entire bottle of Louis the 13th?
No, if you buy the last
if you-
shot,
if you're
you
the
get to keep
last
the bottle.
one.
The bottle was also not worth that much. The bottle used to be worth like $300-$400. So you would no, not that much. It was like where you work now. When I used
By the
to
way,
work
I
there.
didn't purchase these shots. This was
So,
not my money.
What
being
they would do,
exchanged.
they wouldn't give it away because
Would've been
people would
better
get
if it
mad.
was.
They would order the last shot, and they would expect the bottle, and we'd be like, "Oh no, we keep that." And they're like, "Well, that goes against their." It's like when you give someone a fucking espresso martini without the 3 coffee beans. It's
Right,
like,
right.
but you're gonna be fine.
Let me tell you. So I'm not going to name names here, but this I do feel like I have to mention this.
If I know who it is, I'm going to shout it out.
So this is how good of a friend this person was that I went to dinner with. There was like a group of people, right? And the bill was, and I had a girl with me that I really liked, and I was trying to like, it was a date, and he was like on my side, he's like trying to help me, like, you know, like get her to like me.
Yeah.
And I'm a poor comedian, right? So before dinner, he pulls me aside and he hands me a wad of cash. He's like, when the bill comes, pay for it, but say you paid for it. So I'm like, really? He goes, yeah.
Which I'm already seeing, like,
That's a
knowing
really
you
good
got
friend.
Louis the 13th.
That's a really good friend.
Awesome friend, but also there's no way
I
the
didn't
girl
order
you're
that.
with
That's
is just
exactly
like,
right.
she's
dude,
just like,
no
Yeah.
fucking.
what are
way.
you guys doing here, dude?
Yeah, she was. That's the thing. It was too much money. They're like, okay, like there's no way this motherfucker. It's not his.
What kind of car were you driving at the time?
Oh, a Ford Fusion with like,
Yeah, dude, you're
like
not paying-
yeah,
with
yeah,
rain
yeah.
with rainwater in the cup holders.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
but she like if you knew the how good of a friend.
That's
this
awesome.
motherfucker
Wait,
is.
well, hang
That's
on.
awesome.
Did you smash?
We dated. We went on
all
a couple
right.
dates and it was we had fun
So that's
time.
a yes.
Yeah,
We went to dinner.
we smushed with our hearts.
All right, real quick. Let's. We're at the end here, so let's do
Plugs.
Let's do plugs,
All right.
and then we'll move on.
Hell yes, dude. Lucas, how do people find you?
All right.
Do you want people to find
Do you want people to find you?
I mean, I'm not as active on social media anymore because I have.
He's too busy
9-year-old
sending other people
I have
memes.
I have a 9-year-old. I have things that I work on, whatever. But if you do want to find me anywhere, find me on Instagram. It's at crafty_bastard. That is crafty with a K. _bastard is BASTERD. If you want to find me on Facebook, Lucas John Heckenberger. I don't fucking post anything to Facebook.
But
It's-
if somebody, because I know you do this.
Come and see me at Top Cut Steakhouse. I am certainly open to private events. You can, if you find me on Instagram, send me a direct message. I do.
Would you do this? Would you do like a private bartending? Like if somebody's like, I got this party and I want the guy.
So shout out to my mom, Debbie. She's
Debbie, what's up, Debbie?
She's working with the Lehigh Valley Chamber of Commerce for the Snowball, which is their big yearly fundraiser. And one of the things that I donated is like a drink and learn kind of a seminar. So I will go to people's houses, buy a bunch of different product, bring different things. I know that we're just kind of hanging out and having a good time, but like history is a really important thing to me. I can talk to you about the history of liquor in America, how it essentially helped fund our Revolutionary War and everything in between, from the Whiskey Rebellion all the way up through Prohibition, and then some. Why I fucking hate Stofers, why I hate wearing blenders, why I hate so many things about contemporary food preparation and the way that we take care of our farms, the way that we take care of our food and whatever. Like I will do historical classes. I've been an adjunct professor at Northampton Community College under these same fields. Like find me on Instagram.
And that's
hit me up.
adjunct, not a junk professor.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. But, you know, they want me to come back, so I guess
Let's
did
get
it
in.
all right.
Can we get in? Can you stay for the Patreon?
I would love to stay for
Can we
the
get into
Patreon.
some of that on the Patreon?
We can get into whatever you want.
Yeah, I'd
as long
like
as I can
that.
smoke
Also,
a cigarette beforehand.
Yeah.
Don't forget to join the motherfucking Patreon if
Yes.
you want to hear part 2.
Part 2.
The last 2 Patreons have been so fucking sick.
I know, dude.
they've been
so good.
If you thought we hit our
$2
stride,
a month, baby.
we hit our stride now. We're in the gallop.
So go ahead, join
Work out.
that. Patreon.com/nightmoves, February 24th.
February 24th, we're gonna be doing comedy.
Stacks, baby. Arts
It's gonna
Quest.
be fucking.
Come.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And February 19th or 29th,
29th,
is Emmaus.
Emmaus Theater.
And
February
March
18th
8th,
is my birthday. Thank you.
February 18th.
Fucking
Thank you.
March 8th is Mickey's Black Box. The 3 of us will be there as well.
Yes,
So
we'll have a good time.
and
All right.
Lilith's.
and Lidditz, sorry.
All right,
Lidditz.
guys, rate, review, subscribe. We love you.
Night moves,
Lidditz.
night moves.
Night moves, night moves,
Also,
night
I
moves,
hope
night
your
moves.
dad doesn't die. I was just
Best podcast.